And he's the man in Monza, having never even been on the front row around here. This is not a circuit where Red Bull excel. This is not a circuit where Red Bull have ever won a race. Well, guess what? They start from the very front for tomorrow's Grand Prix. That man couldn't quite pick up the speed, could he? Mark Webber struggling there, finishing in 5th place. And there we can see the two Ferrari drivers doing their best to do it, Eddie, giving each other a tow round. Is that a tactic you would have employed in your Jordan days around here?
Oh, absolutely. This is the one place you can get that, but I'm somewhat concerned as to why they need to do that when they've got the DRS, because, OK, they maybe want to double the advantage, but there are also downsides to this slipstreaming mechanism that you're just visuing here on the screen. But you get nothing for nothing really in this world. You have to fight for it, and I don't see at this moment why this would be an advantage. OK, well, in the end, Ferrari didn't come into play too much. Lewis Hamilton certainly did. We'll hopefully hear from him. We'll take a look at his small slip behind the wheel that, who knows, perhaps cost him pole position. But it means that Red Bull take pole once again. Their 100% record this season continues. Let's hear from the man at the helm of the team, Christian Horner.
Well done, Christian. Another pole for Sebastian. Has he been taking drifting lessons in the last week off?
He was really hooked up there today, and I mean that's a massive margin. It's completely unexpected. You know, Monza's tended to be our bogey circuit, so to get the pole here, you know, our 13th of the year is, yeah, it's beyond our expectations.
That was a quick turnaround for him after that mistake on the first run, wasn't it?
Yeah, we could see on the splits that he was up, and he aborted that lap, but we needed to complete the lap just to make sure the Kurz was in the right state of charge to get that last lap. So unbelievable job by him today.
And why did Webber only do one run? Are you saving the engine a bit on him?
No, Mark, after Q2, wanted to do that. So, you know, his plan changed as we went into Q3, but it was something he wanted to do. He wanted to do a 3-lap run. And, you know, probably with hindsight, he'd have been better doing 2. But, you know, faced with the information, we decided to, you know, to go with it.
Okay, well done, thank you.
Well done indeed. So that's the inside story of how Red Bull managed to grab themselves pole position. There is the man who starts on pole, and he'll be breathing a sigh of relief that the other men couldn't catch him.
Well, it's the magnitude. You know, half a second around here, it's unheard of. And really, when you've got the talent behind him, personally, I think Lewis probably, you know, the mistake that he made cost him, because traditionally, Jensen is the racer and he can get it done in the race, but traditionally, Lewis is always 2-3 tenths quicker than him. So I'm sort of surprised that Lewis isn't closer to Vettel. He's probably very surprised that, you know, this was a very big margin that Red Bull have pulled out, traditionally in a place that they just don't feature strongly.
Sure, and Lewis Hamilton just giving you all at home a tiny glimpse into how fine the margins are in Formula One. One mistake, one lock-up, your opportunity is blown. So Sebastian Vettel, he's good enough for first. Mark Webber only good enough for 5th on the grid. Why is that? Let's see if we can shed some light on that teaser with Lee McKenzie.
Well, Mark, it seemed an interesting qualifying for you today. It looked like you were doing the minimum at some stages. Were you saving engine?
No, we were a bit laid out, just trying to manage some curve stuff, which worked okay in the end until Q3 when we had a little bit of a hiccup. But I think I made it a little bit difficult for the team today in terms of my run plan. I wasn't completely clear what I wanted to do, so it wasn't the best Q3 at all. The tyres were certainly strong enough for the first lap, but yeah, so I didn't choose the best run program, so apologise to the engineers. And in the end, we're up there, but we can still race from there. We've got a pretty good race car, to be honest. So yeah, we've clearly underperformed today, and we'll come back tomorrow.
What about Kurz? Is that working for you?
Well, it was intermittent on my last run, so yeah, we should be okay for tomorrow, hopefully. But it's not the full depth of it, but obviously it cost us a bit today. Cheers.
And for not the first time this season, it's a rather crestfallen Mark Webber after qualifying, and we'll talk about his position very shortly. But first, Paul di Resta stepped in to join us. Nice to see you, Paul. We just heard from Mark there. A little bit exasperated, a little bit frustrated. Does that pretty much sum up your emotion in the car after the second part of qualifying?
I wouldn't say frustrated, I would say unfortunate.
Yeah.
You're looking for a slipstream, you're trying to find the perfect opportunity to do that, and finding a faster car is hard. I think, you know, we didn't get one in Q2. We did a good lap, both times exactly the same, lap 1 and 3, and missed it by 6,000ths. I hear that Senna got a little slipstream off Lewis on an in-lap.
Seems so.
But, you know, it maybe puts us in a stronger position tomorrow in terms of tyre choice, and certainly starting the race on a fresh set of options.
Exactly what I said. I would much prefer to start in 11, where you have absolutely all the options in your favour. If you were in the last 10, yes, sure, it'd be nice to maybe make 8th or thereabouts in the qualifying. This gives you a better chance for the race, having the ability to choose the tyres and the setup for your race.
It does free it up a little bit, and it's certainly the clean side of the track for the start, which is good. But you already can see that Mercedes have taken a different tyre choice on both cars. So the tyres are a bit closer, I think, than we've saw in recent weekends, and it'll be close.
OK, and the age-old thing, of course, you were in front of your teammates, which always puts a smile on a driver's face.
Yeah, it's been a difficult weekend, but we made a change that transformed the car for me this morning, and that change was based on long-run performance, and it improved our single lap performance, so it was a win-win situation. Hopefully that will carry over into tomorrow, where our long run wasn't that bad yesterday. OK, fingers crossed for you tomorrow. Good luck starting from 11th on the grid. But let's hear from the men starting at the very front. It's time for the drivers' press conference.
Sebastian, pole number 10 this year, but by half a second in the end, after it had looked like it might be a little closer than that.
Yeah, we thought it will be much closer than that. That's why, I had a bit of an improvement already in the first run for my second lap. We weren't sure whether the tyres actually work best in the first lap or the second lap. But then I did a bit of a mistake, and then we stayed out and focused only on the last run we had. I knew I had a bit more time in the car. The first lap I did on my own without anybody. In the second run I had, I think, 1 or 2 cars ahead down the road, which always helps here in Monza. But we would have not, surely we would not expect, we would not think of going on pole by that big margin today on a track that the last 2 years, to be fair, didn't suit us. So this year, I have to say the car is very good here. The balance is perfect, even though, for most of the people except those two, we don't carry a lot of wing around, and on low downforce is very slippery, but still we are quite quick throughout all the 3 sectors, and I was able to put it together, so I'm very happy today. Also considering then that I think we have quite a racy approach, so I'm very pleased with today.
Well done, Lewis. The final run didn't work out for you after it had seemed very close up till then. Was this the one that got away today?
I don't think so. I didn't have another half a second in the back. I think we perhaps could have got another couple of tenths out of the car, but no, I think firstly the guys did a fantastic job to bring the new components to the circuit, and clearly we're very competitive. Both me and Jensen were able to be up here, so that's a great step. And but no, I mean, Sebastian was mega quick today, so it did look like we would be quite competitive throughout the weekend, but today in that last lap, that was untouchable for me.
Well done. Jensen, strong result here last year. How do you see tomorrow's race shaping up from the position you're starting in?
Well, third is normally a pretty good place to start, but here you just can't get past the front 2 if they're side by side, so it's tricky. But looking at today, I totally agree with Lewis. Even if we got a little bit out of the car, we're never going to challenge Seb. They're very fast today. The strange thing is that these guys don't look like they're carrying a lot of wing, but they're sort of half a second quicker than us in the last sector, which is the high-speed corners. So difficult to understand, but that's something we'll definitely have to look at. But not at the moment. I think we've got to concentrate on tomorrow now, and look forward to a good race. We're both in great positions, and I think we both score some good points here. And it's not so important here to be on pole position like previous years because you have the DRS. So we'll see.
We will certainly see about that. The pole man has won here on more occasions than in Monaco. I wonder how that will play into Sebastian Vettel's hands tomorrow. So here's the man on pole for the Italian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton starts second, just in front of his teammate Jenson Button. 2 individual errors from the McLaren drivers cost them today. Fernando Alonso right in front of his teammate Felipe Massa, who starts 6th. Mark Webber starts 5th. And then Vitaly Petrov alongside Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher out-qualifying his Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg, with Bruno Senna not setting a time in the final part of qualifying. And Paul di Resta, we heard his frustrations, just not quite making it through to the top 10 shootout. He starts alongside his teammate, and the same applies to the Williams boys. Barrichello and Maldonado alongside each other. Sergio Perez just in front of Sebastian Buemi for Toro Rosso. He made it through to the second part of qualifying. His teammate didn't. Jaime Alguersuari starts 18th in the race tomorrow. And then Eddie's been quite critical of them, hasn't he? The new teams. Team Lotus, Virgin and HRT rounding off the very back of the grid. So that's how things are set up for the race tomorrow. Michael Schumacher, congratulations to him. He knows what it takes to win round here. He also knows what it takes to be quicker than Nico Rosberg.
I think, you know, it's like autumn in his life, autumn for us also. I mean, he's just found himself a new, reinvigorated man. He did a brilliant job, I thought, in several races, starting in Canada, of course, and that has just grown and grown and grown. And, of course, beating Rosberg here is not to be forgotten about either. I think that's quite a milestone for him. And I think he has enjoyed the last months of his racing this season. Let's hope it can continue.
OK, just the second time this season he's managed to out-qualify his teammates. Actually, Fernando Alonso has struggled slightly in qualifying up against Felipe Massa for the past few races. However, today he was in front of his teammate, in front of the Tifosi. Let's hear from him.
Fernando, fourth place start here at Monza tomorrow. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, we didn't find the right balance or the right speed all weekend. Yesterday we struggled a little bit with the balance of the car and the top speed. Today we still lacking a little bit of braking stability, a little bit of top speed on the straight. So we were never happy with the balance, and that's the negative point of the weekend so far, because we are not totally confident in the car. But the positive thing is the result. I think fourth opens you a big possibility for tomorrow, because the start you are in a very good position. You will be fighting in the first places for the first couple of laps. So I think it opens us a little bit of possibility of the podium tomorrow, which regarding how the weekend went so far is a very good news.
And your teammate was giving you a nice tow out there. Was that a strategic for your qualifying today?
Well, we know how important is slipstream here in Monza, so we both tried to find someone always. We were trying to find Felipe's one, and in the out lap both cars were slowing down, tried to let someone pass. So it was a nice game and a funny game on the out laps always between us, and it was good. And I think everyone gets the tow at the end in Q3, apart of the first one. I don't know which one was today.
Okay, thank you.
And I think that's a man who knows that fourth on the grid was as good as he could have done, and he managed to deliver. Who will deliver today, though, at the Royal Aberdeen Club? The Walker Cup is next right here on BBC One. That's live for you. And we are back tomorrow. The Italian Grand Prix from here at historic Monza on BBC One and BBC One HD. Coverage starts at 12:10. And tomorrow we'll be talking about how to race and showing you how not to.
Do you think I should go first?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Good luck. Break a leg.
Do you feel that at the moment you're sort of emerging as a bit of a team leader, or is it not like that at McLaren?
I'm sure Lewis would say that he's the team leader, but I would say that I'm the team leader. You know, we're both working as hard as we can to get things in our direction, but that doesn't mean you're fighting against each other.
So there you go, Christian Horner showing you how not to do it. However, today, Sebastian Vettel showed us just how you do it. See you tomorrow.
Mighty Monza, the fastest of the Grand Prix circuit.
Pole position around Monza. How about that? It's Christmas.
Yes!